Who are Thomas Shelby's biggest enemies? Continue watching this video till the end to find out. Peaky Blinders depicts Britain's underworld as teeming with powerful figures. They're all after a piece of the illegal pie and are willing to kill or backstab in order to get it. However, no matter how powerful a single crime boss is, he will always have dangerous rivals. This is the case for Peaky Blinders' main character, Tommy Shelby. Some adversaries were simple to deal with because they lacked intelligence. Others have caused endless consternation due to their ability to devise better strategies and outwit the show's anti-hero. Even though Tommy has won against some of them, those victories were not easy to come by. Let's take a look at the top 10 enemies of Thomas Shelby. Number 10. Billy Kimber. The Birmingham boys' boss makes it clear from the start that people work for him, not with him. Kimber tries to bully Tommy despite the fact that they have agreed to work together to defeat the Lee family. His reign of terror, however, is brief. Kimber is killed in the final battle against the Blinders because he underestimates the Shelby's family patriarch. Though Kimber tightens his grip on the city by forming alliances with the police, the Elephant and the Castle Mob, and the Hoxton gang, Tommy fools him far too often. When Kimber expresses interest in Grace, Tommy, who also has feelings for her, lies and claims she has syphilis in order to make him lose interest. Kimber also discovers too late that Tommy intends to betray him on Black Star Day. Most importantly, Billy lacks battle strategy, which allows the Blinders to easily defeat his heavily armed men with a single machine gun. Number 9. Sir Oswald Mosley. Oswald Mosley, MP for Smethwick, despises Tommy's rise from gangster to politician. Tommy orders a hit on him after a few heated exchanges between the two. Despite being one of Tommy's less intelligent opponents, Mosley's achievements elevate him above Kimber. He is, for example, the deputy of the Chancellor of the Exchequer and the cabinet advisor to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He would not have been able to accomplish these things if he didn't have some intelligence. However, Mosley makes a number of bad decisions, including mocking Tommy's family and forming the British Union of Fascists, which prompts Winston Churchill to investigate him. Number 8. Luca Changretta. Changretta is arguably the show's most entertaining villain. When the leader of the Changretta crime family begins a war with the Peaky Blinders to avenge the deaths of his father and brother, he brings all of the Costa Nostra stereotypes with him. For destabilizing the Blinders, the American mobster gets more points than Kimber and Mosley. He directs assassinations against Arthur and John, killing the latter. By fatally wounding Grace, a bullet intended for Tommy causes one of the most shocking deaths on the show. Unfortunately, he doesn't know when to stop. Greed blinds him, and his attempt to force Tommy to hand over control of Shelby Company Limited backfires. He's also duped into believing Arthur has died, only to discover that the Shelbys have the upper hand. Number 7. Jimmy McCavern. McCavern is all about sending violent messages using whatever means necessary and in the most effective way possible. The Glasgow Razor Gang member, Billy Boy's leader, crucifies Billy Gold in one of the most unexpected scenes in order to force Tommy into making him a business associate. Tommy isn't easily swayed, so McCavern deserves credit for convincing him to invest in the opium shipping business. McCavern too walks with caution and is acutely aware. Aberama's assassination attempt on the night of Oswald Mosley's speech fails due to his foresight. Number 6. Winston Churchill. The Secretary of State for the Colonies is eager to bring Tommy down at the start of the series. Churchill is initially determined to imprison Tommy because he's in possession of an important crate of government weapons. Later, the two come to an agreement in which Tommy performs assassinations for the government. Churchill's appearance is one of the least historically accurate aspects of Peaky Blinders, but he's important in Tommy's development. Even after retrieving the guns, Winston does not interfere with Campbell's pursuit of Tommy. Later, his gentleman's agreement with Tommy prevents an unnecessary war between the government and a criminal gang. Number 5. Tatiana Petrovna. After a revolution forces the Grand Duchess to flee Russia, she arrives in England and quickly becomes acquainted with the Peaky Blinders. She then seduces Tommy with a sinister intent. Tatiana is quite the femme fatale, proving to be more skilled at manipulating people than even Tommy. She sees an opportunity to persuade a bereaved Tommy that she can make him happy after Grace's death. Tommy believes her in a rare moment of vulnerability. The only reason she isn't higher up is because she's duped by her assassin. Number 4. Darby Sabini. Sabini demonstrates why he's one of the show's most dangerous characters by slicing Tommy on the cheek and nearly killing him twice. The Blinders boss is only surviving by chance. All of Tommy's other adversaries spent far too much time devising strategies to defeat him, but Sagini comes across as a bit wiser by employing a simple method that nearly brings the anti-hero to his knees: extreme violence. He only makes one mistake in judgment when he fails to keep a promise to Alfie. This creates two enemies for him when he should only be concerned with one. Number 3. Father Hughes. One of the few Peaky Blinders characters that fans despise is Father Hughes. His actions are so heinous that viewers are left wondering why he became a priest in the first place. Tommy dislikes him, but he refrains from killing him because he's a man of God. Michael, on the other hand, is not so forgiving. The Economic League representative demonstrates his intelligence by acting as a double agent and manipulating both the communist Russians and the Crown. Father Hughes' deception is not revealed to either of them until it's too late. Hughes is aware that he's a heinous human being, so he employs powerful individuals to protect himself and avoid any consequences for his actions. Number 2. Alfie Solomons. Tommy's toxic business partner Alfie, to whom he returns despite Alfie's repeated betrayals. The Camden gangster is also likable because of his efforts to protect Britain's Jewish community. The opportunistic Alfie notices sinking ships and jumps from them. This allows him to last longer in Britain's cutthroat underworld. His ability to charm and convert enemies into friends in an instant demonstrates that his IQ is higher than that of many of the other gangsters on the show. Number 1. Chester Campbell. Winston Churchill hires Campbell, an inspector in the Royal Irish Constabulary, to retrieve the cache of government weapons that Tommy has decided to keep. Even after reclaiming the consignment, he continues to wage war on Tommy out of hatred for the man. The cop is smarter than most of Tommy's other adversaries because he employs every method available to defeat him. He threatens him, harasses his brothers, fabricates a false narrative against him, bargains with him, and even employs an undercover agent to spy on him. The latter works because Grace eventually tells him where the weapons are. In the end, it is Aunt Polly who shoots him in the heart rather than Tommy. Tommy Shelby's enemies over more than a decade of criminal ascension could fill St. Andrews Stadium, but one stands out in Season 6. His enemy in the series is himself. Writer Stephen Knight tells Den of Geek, Tommy's invincible foe, as suggested in the Season 5 finale. It's him. What scares Tommy Shelby is Tommy Shelby, Knight says. That's who the character was facing when he held a gun to his head in the final moments of last season, and that's where the next episode finds him. It's not the first time Tommy has pulled that stunt. In my mind, before the series began, he was going to shoot himself and then thought to himself, and the quote in my mind is the Francis Bacon quote, which is, "Since it's all so meaningless, you might as well be extraordinary." So he thought there's no point, but let's just do it anyway. And he's reached a point at the beginning of the series where he can't do it anymore. He just feels completely trapped in life. Tommy's nihilism of "let's just do it anyway" elevated him above ordinary mortals. It's how the character rose from the streets of Smallheath to the Houses of Parliament, and his family rose from a backstreet razor gang to international wealth and influence. What is there to fear when you're already dead? And that's all for today's video. Who do you think is Tommy's biggest enemy today? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Want to know more things about the Peaky Blinders or Thomas Shelby? Please subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content and the latest updates. See you in the next one.